Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're diving deep into something pretty revolutionary, something that could change how we think about AI. It's called mesh chain.
It really is a groundbreaking concept. Imagine a world where we don't have to rely on those big tech companies for all our AI computing power.
Right.
What if instead we could all kind of contribute to a huge shared network? Well, that's exactly what Mesh Chain is all about.
So it's basically like crowdsourcing AI,
Yeah,
but instead of just ideas, we're using our computers.
you got it. And here's the kicker. You can actually get rewarded for sharing any unused computing power you have. We're talking about earning cryptocurrency just by letting your computer do some work in the background. Imagine, your laptop could be helping train a complex AI model all while you're catching up on your favorite shows.
Okay, now that's definitely got my attention.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, how does it all work? Connecting thousands of computers, it sounds like a recipe for disaster, honestly.
Right. Well, and this is where the genius of Mesh Chain comes in. The whole system is built on blockchain technology. And that means that everything's secure, transparent, and runs smoothly, even with all these different computers working together.
Okay, you've piqued my curiosity now. Walk us through it. How does mesh chain actually function?
Okay, so picture it like a really well-coordinated team, right? And each player on this team has a very specific role. So first up, you've got the mesh chain orchestrator. Think of this as the brains of the operation. It's like a conductor assigning tasks and making sure everything's in sync.
So it's like the control center, making sure no one steps out of line.
Precisely. Then we've got the worker nodes. These are the real heavy lifters, the ones actually crunching the data and doing those heavy AI tasks. And get this, your very own laptop can be a worker node.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So while I'm, I don't know, online shopping, my computer could be training some cutting-edge AI.
Exactly. You could also have a dedicated mesh node device or even a simple browser extension, all quietly working away. Now, because we need to make sure all this work is actually accurate, we have what's called validator nodes. They're kind of like a quality control team. They double check all the results from the working nodes.
Right. Got to make sure no one's cutting corners.
Exactly. They prevent any errors or, well, any funny business. And then, once everything's validated, we have the mesh chain aggregator. This gathers all those results and delivers the final product to whoever needed that AI task done in the first place.
So it's like a big puzzle, with each node playing its part to get us to the complete picture.
A perfect analogy. And one of the really cool things about Mesh Chain is that anyone can participate. You don't have to be a blockchain expert or a coding whiz. It's designed to be super user-friendly.
That's great. Now, speaking of user-friendly, I remember you mentioned something about earning cryptocurrency earlier. How do we get in on that?
So it all comes down to Mesh Chain's own cryptocurrency called the MCC token. And get this, they're launching really soon with a Telegram airdrop. That means you can get your hands on some of these tokens absolutely free. It's basically a welcome gift just for joining the community early.
Wait, free crypto just for signing up?
Yeah.
You have my attention.
Yeah.
So where do our listeners need to go to grab some of these MCC tokens?
Oh, it's super easy. All you have to do is visit https://bit.ly/meshchain-free airdrop, or just click the link right there in the description of this podcast. And if you're feeling extra tech savvy, you can even scan the QR code on the podcast art with your phone. Simple as that.
Okay, definitely adding that to my to-do list right now. But before we get carried away with the earning potential, let's talk about security. Sharing our computer power, how can we be sure everything's safe and secure?
That's where the blockchain comes in. Absolutely everything on Mesh Chain, every single transaction, every contribution, it's all recorded on this unchangeable public ledger. It's basically a digital record that's totally transparent and tamper-proof.
So no shady dealings going on behind the scenes.
Nope, none whatsoever. And just to make it even more secure, all those rewards are distributed automatically through what are called smart contracts. So you can be completely confident that you're getting paid fairly for your contribution.
Okay, that does put my mind at ease. But I have to ask, why should our listeners even care about Mesh Chain? Beyond potentially earning some crypto, what's in it for them?
All right, imagine this. You're an aspiring AI developer, super passionate, full of ideas, but the sheer cost of computing power is just holding you back. Well, Mesh Chain swoops in and makes high-performance computing power accessible to everyone. No more expensive cloud subscriptions, no need for those massive data centers.
Now that's a game changer right there. It could really open up AI development to a whole new wave of innovators.
Exactly. And then there's that passive income aspect. Remember, money while you sleep. Just let your computer do its thing, and you could earn a little extra cash on the side. Those MCC tokens can be traded, or you can use them within the Mesh Chain ecosystem, which adds even more value.
Okay, so we're talking saving money, making money, and getting to contribute to a revolutionary new technology. I'm starting to see the appeal. But can Mesh Chain handle both individual users and, say, larger organizations? Is it scalable like that?
That's the beauty of it. Mesh Chain is incredibly flexible. So whether you're a solo developer working on a passion project or you're a big company with really complex AI needs, Mesh Chain can adapt and scale to meet your needs.
That's seriously impressive. Now, I want to make sure our listeners don't miss out on this amazing opportunity, especially before we move on to Mesh Chain's roadmap and what the future holds for them.
Ah, you're talking about the Telegram airdrop, right?
Absolutely. This is a chance to get a head start in the Mesh Chain ecosystem. Don't forget to visit https://bit.ly meshchain free airdrop, or just click the link in the description. And of course, you can always scan the QR code right there on the podcast art. Easy peasy.
It really is a no-brainer. Join the future of AI today.
We'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors to discuss Mesh Chain's roadmap and what the future holds for this game-changing technology. So before we went to those sponsors, we were talking about just how much potential Mesh Chain has, making AI accessible to just about anyone. But I'm really curious, what does the future look like for a technology like this? Where are they headed?
Well, the team at Mesh Chain, they've got a super exciting roadmap planned out, and it gives us a pretty good sneak peek into all the amazing things they've got in store.
I always love a good roadmap. It's like a glimpse into the future. So what are some of those key milestones we should all be watching out for?
Okay, so get this. Their initial launch is happening as we speak. So in Q4 of 2024, they're rolling out the browser node we talked about. The Telegram airdrop is live, and they're launching a super user-friendly portal where you can basically manage everything Mesh Chain.
Wow, so no time wasted, huh? They're
Yeah.
really hitting the ground running. So what's next on the horizon then?
Well, things get even more interesting in Q1 of 2025. They're planning to release software nodes for basically all the major operating systems out there: Windows, macOS, Linux, you name it. And for those who really want to kick things up a notch, they're also launching dedicated mesh node hardware. We're talking some serious computing power with these.
So whether you're just casually contributing or you're a total AI enthusiast with a super tricked out setup, Mesh Chain's got you covered. What else is coming in early 2025?
Well, on top of all that, the MCC token, that's their cryptocurrency, will officially launch and be listed on exchanges. That means you can actually start trading and watch those earnings grow.
Okay, now that is a huge step. That means the MCC token will be a lot more accessible, and there's a real chance its value could increase, especially as more people join the Mesh Chain network. So what about, say, Q2 2025? Anything exciting in the pipeline for then?
Oh, you better hold on tight, because this is when things get really, really cool. They're actually planning on releasing a mobile app so you can manage all your nodes and rewards right from your phone. Talk about convenience.
That is a total game changer. I can already picture myself checking my Mesh Chain earnings while I'm sipping my morning latte. What else is coming?
And for all those folks who are really into passive income strategies, that whole earn money while you sleep idea, they'll be enabling staking, which means you can earn even more rewards just by holding onto your MCC tokens.
Wait, hold on. Can you explain staking a bit more? For those who might not be familiar with the whole concept, it sounds kind of like magic, right? Earning rewards just for holding something?
It does sound a bit like magic, you're right. But basically, staking just means you're actively participating in the network by holding on to and actually locking up your MCC tokens. It's kind of like making a deposit in a traditional bank, except here, you're supporting the Mesh Chain network and getting rewarded for it.
Ah, so it's like you're putting your tokens to work for the network, and they're paying you interest for that service.
You got it. It's a really great way to earn some passive income and support the growth of the whole Mesh Chain ecosystem at the same time.
Okay, that definitely makes sense. So we've talked a lot about the near future, but I'm really curious, what about the long-term vision? What does Mesh Chain have in store for the years to come? Where do they see themselves going?
Well, let me tell you, they're not thinking small. Fasten your seatbelts, because their ambition is pretty much sky high. Mesh Chain wants to be the leading decentralized AI computing network globally. So by 2026 and beyond, they're planning to roll out some really specific AI optimizations, enterprise-grade solutions, and they want to expand their reach all over the world.
Wow, that's a bold vision. But I have to say, they seem to have the drive and the technology to actually pull it off. I mean, it really feels like they're building something special here. But it's not just about the technology, right? It's also about the impact all this could have.
Oh, absolutely. I think what's really important here, if we zoom out and look at the bigger picture, is that Mesh Chain isn't just about making AI easier to access or cheaper to use. It's about empowering people, regular people, to actively participate in this AI revolution, no matter their technical skills or how much money they have.
I really love that idea. It's about democratizing access to AI, making it much more inclusive and equitable for everyone.
Exactly. Imagine a world where anyone with a computer can contribute to AI and actually benefit from its power. Well, that's the future Mesh Chain is building. And the best part, you can join them right now from the very beginning. The Mesh Chain airdrop is still live. Just go to https://bit.relay Mesh Chain free airdrop, click the link we've got for you in the description, or just scan that QR code on the podcast art. It couldn't be easier.
Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to get involved. We'll be back after a quick break to wrap up this deep dive into the world of Mesh Chain, and we'll leave you with some final thoughts to think about. All right, so we're back, and we spent quite a bit of time now exploring the ins and outs of Mesh Chain. From that really clever node system of theirs to their ambitious roadmap, it's impressive stuff. I don't know about you, but I'm actually feeling pretty optimistic about the future of AI after learning all about this.
Oh, it's genuinely exciting. What really strikes me is how Mesh Chain is just completely changing the game when it comes to AI development. It's not just about making it, cheaper or easier. It's about fostering a whole new level of collaboration, a whole new level of innovation.
Right, it's almost like they're building this massive playground for AI enthusiasts where anyone can just jump in, contribute, share their ideas. It's awesome.
You know what? That's a really great analogy. And that sense of community, that's what's really crucial here. Because when you combine the power of collective intelligence with a decentralized approach like Mesh Chain has, well, the possibilities are just endless, really.
Okay, so let's talk possibilities for a second.
Yeah.
This whole deep dive, it's really got me thinking, what if computing power does become truly accessible, affordable for everyone through networks like Mesh Chain? What kind of crazy, groundbreaking AI innovations could we see in the next few years even?
That's the million-dollar question, right? But honestly, I think we're going to see this explosion of AI applications that were totally out of reach for most developers before, especially folks working on projects that can really make a difference. Imagine AI-powered healthcare solutions for underserved communities or tools to tackle, climate change, things that can really move the needle.
I'm already picturing a world where AI isn't just this exclusive club for, tech giants, It's a tool for real positive change, and anyone with a laptop and a good idea can get involved.
Absolutely. And that's what makes Mesh Chain so special, really. It's not just about the technology itself. It's about empowering people to be a part of this AI revolution, to actually shape the future they want to see.
Well said, and I think that's the perfect note to end on. So just to wrap things up today, to really sum up our deep dive into this fascinating world of Mesh Chain, I have to say, if you have even the slightest interest in AI, just keep an eye on Mesh Chain. This has the potential to be a true game changer.
And don't forget, the future of AI is decentralized, and you can be a part of it right now. Don't miss out on that Mesh Chain airdrop while it's still going. Head over to https://bit.ly Mesh Chain free airdrop. Just click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the podcast art and claim those free MCC tokens.
Join the revolution. And thanks for listening, everyone. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and let's keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI.